Check, check. Check, check. What's happening? Anything I want to do today? Low back? Okay. Okay. Here's the issue with low back and hamstrings. If your hamstrings aren't properly tensioned, your low back is not going to be in an optimal position because you're going to go into anterior pelvic tilt. It's why I'm stingy with hamstring stretches, right? Because what I see around the room is, if this is your forward fold, you have tight hamstrings. If this is your forward fold, your hamstrings aren't tight. They may feel tight when you stretch them because it feels good as they're lengthening, but they're not tight, right? This is tight hamstring, right? Where are most of us? Here, right? So if your hamstrings are tensioned properly, they're going to pull the back of your pelvis down. So then when your belly draws in, it can support your low back. If we're in this big anterior pelvic tilt, because we're dominant with hip flexors, this gets crammed, and that's when you feel this, right? So there's this fine line between keeping your hamstrings properly tensioned and letting them get too long or too short, right? Like there's, of course, everything, there's a sweet spot, right? But again, I just go by what I see, right? What's the shape look like? But feel that in your body. Like a lot of things that we stretch feel good, but one, like in your hips, you'll have one, right, area that will be tighter than the rest. Your adductors, your quads, your TFL, IT band, your hamstrings, your glutes, right? One will be tighter. They may all feel a little bit tight, but you'll notice that one will be a little bit tighter. You have to just work that one a little bit differently sometimes than the other. For me, it's glutes. I could do twice as many glute stretches as I can everything else, right? To try, and I still can't get it to balance itself out. But that's just where my body is, right? So just keep that in mind when we talk about hamstrings and stuff. The engagement is pull your heels to your butt to your heels. Then you can stretch all you want, right? Once you got that nice engagement. Because then we're going to put the pelvis in a good position, and as the muscles stretch, they're going to stretch more from a neutral place, right? And that's where we want them to work. So let's play with that a little bit today. We'll get into a few. And what was it, side bodies? Side bodies will be like hips to armpit. You don't want to think hip to shoulder because then this happens, right? You want to just think it's this. So as I breathe, I want to get that lift from hips to armpit. Come on, let's give it a try. Take a nice seat, close the eyes, sit up tall. You know, remember what I try to achieve for you all is just Tadasana, mountain pose. How can I help you all leave and be able to stand up like mountain pose, to hold the space? Which sounds easy, right? But we've been standing upright for a very long time, and it's still a really big challenge. And now culturally, with the things that pull us forward even more, it makes this a real challenge. Our back body, right? Think of things like your calves and your hamstrings and your glutes and your spinal erectors, right? Think about what happens to them. Those are muscles that, for a lot of us, can turn off, right? Because we're not as in touch with the back body as we are the front. So as you get into some of these openers, as you do some of these engagements, focus a little bit on those muscles. Give them an extra. As you sit up nice and tall, feel the space from your hips to your armpits. There's those side bodies. Feel the head and the throat slide back. Bring the chin down just a little bit. We don't want to touch it to our chest, but we don't want it up to the sky either. And just notice how challenging this position is. It seems easy, but after a few breaths, you notice that your upper back wants to give way. It wants to let out. It wants to round again, right? And collapse. Don't let it. If it happens, take another breath, sit up nice and tall. From listening to yourself breathe, to slowing down the beginning of the inhale and pushing more on the end of the exhale, to counting out the breath, all the way to Ujjayi. Where is it that you want to settle into this moment? The next inhale, let the arms lift. And let the exhale bring the thumbs and the pinkies and the pointer fingers and the ring fingers and the middle fingers to touch. Let that breath come to the space between our palms. Pretend that there's a string tied from the heels of your hands to your sternum, your breastplate, the middle of your chest. And use your hands to lift your chest up. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together, the sound of Om, all together. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's start out all fours, hands and knees. So hands are 1 inch or 2 in front of your shoulders, knees are 1 inch or 2 behind your hips. Set that all fours up nice. Nice and strong here. Hug the hands in. Hug the forearms in. Squeeze the biceps. Pull that pelvic floor up. Pull your belly in. Pull your shutters closed. Slide the back of your neck to the ceiling. Bring your chin to your chest just a little bit so your gaze is right across the fingertips. And breathe. Low mountain. One more breath. Oscillating cat-cow. Take the hips up, back, and around. Forward, under, and down. Up, back, and around. Forward, under, and down. Let's do 7 each way. Clearing out that low back here. Taking all the vertebrae through their full range of motion, but this is one to really clear that low back. Sciatica. That's where the hamstring swells. Now, this is my last one when you're done with yours. And the space that the nerve runs through narrows, and it starts to send that shooting pain down. Work your side too. So this is a good one. Anybody that has sciatica, this is a good way to help relieve that. Now I'm on my last one when you're finished with your 7 each side. We'll meet in that low mountain. So take your time. Stay with your breath. Then walk the knees back. Come to child's pose. Now root those sit bones down into the heels. So we're below the waist. We're anchored. Now start to breathe above the waist. Feel those side bodies start to get long again. Belly's in, shutters are closed, forehead's off the mat, so slide the back of your forehead off the mat. Now, like we always do, keep those forearms lifting up, keep those inner biceps lifting up. And as the back of the neck slides to the ceiling, soften the chest down towards the mat, and you're going to feel that low back starting to clear a little bit. Look forward, walk your hands towards the right side of your mat. Now you're feeling the side body. You're feeling the low back. We're definitely getting some QL right here. Spinal erectors coming up. Lat, the little trick I always tell you all for lat is TP your fingers, and you'll feel like this will get better here on this stretch. One more breath. Whew. And then inhale, come back to center. Soften down the middle. When you're ready, walk your hands towards the left or whatever your side 2 is. Make sure you're rooting below the waist. So sit bone to heel. And then start to breathe above the waist. If you want to go a little further, TP those fingers on that right hand. One more breath. And then inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, come up, all fours, hands and knees. Hands an inch or 2 in front of your shoulders, knees an inch or 2 behind your hips. So see, right now, to keep my hamstrings engaged, I'm doing this, but I'm not really doing this, right? The action is that, but I'm not moving that. That's how I'm going to get, remember, that's heels to butt to heels. So I feel like my hamstrings are nice and engaged here. I'm keeping a connection. Now I can draw my belly button to my spine. Right arm up, left leg back, come to spinal balance. Thumb points up, toes point down. Exhale, lower. Left arm up, right leg back. Toes are off the floor, maybe about 6 inches. Exhale, lower. Right arm up, left leg back. Reach back out of your heel. Forward out of the fingertips in the crown of your head. Exhale, lower. Left arm up, right leg back. Even breathe and expand side to side. Exhale, lower. Put it with your breath. Inhale, lift the arm and the leg. Exhale, lower. Next inhale, side 2. Exhale, lower. Keep it going. The belly's staying in. The shutters are staying closed. I'm kicking through that back heel. I'm reaching forward out of my fingertips and my crown and my head. And I'm breathing and expanding in all directions like a cylinder. One more each side. We'll meet back, low mountain. See, I'm not letting this happen. I'm keeping my belly in and I'm keeping this low back solid, right? Nice and stable. Step back to plank. When you're ready, push back, downward dog. Now, we prepped it a little bit 2 poses ago, keeping those forearms and the inner biceps lifting up, right? So keep lifting the arms up away from the mat, more from the inner edge of the biceps. Slide the back of the neck forward so your throat isn't hanging. Now, to get into the upper body, right, we're going to push the hands down and forward. We're going to take the chest back towards the toenails. But in the low body, to get into those hamstrings, we're going to engage. So we got to pull our heels to our butt to our heels. Now, pedal the right heel down. Inhale it up. Exhale that left side down, or whatever your side 2 is. Inhale it up. Keep going. Work with your breath. On the knee that's bent, make sure it's not collapsing to the midline. Keep it nice and stable in line with hip, knee, and ankle. Now, balance your sides out. So if you started with your right, finish with your left. Come to a neutral position. Maybe reach down through both legs. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank.
Exhale back to downward dog. Keep it going. We'll do 5. Stay with your breath. Your breath is very controllable right now, right? So your movements are pretty slow. I'm on my last one. As you come forward, let the exhale lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. So see, side body's long is here. I go. Now I can go shoulders back and down. And that's a little way to initiate some side body length. After the 3 breaths, lower the chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. Keep your hands down, swivel to the outside of the right foot, the inside of the left. There's that left side body. Inhale, come back to center. When you're ready, swap side 2. So swivel to the outside of the left, the inside of the right. Now I'm peeling up that right side. I'm engaging the left side. Feels nice. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. 3 nice breaths. So I do that every time. But then quickly I go shoulders back and down. After the 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Charge those legs up, then let the right hand grab the left wrist, take that side bend to the right. Right, split the energy from hip to heel is going down, from hip up is going up and over. Now take your head and your throat back a little bit more. Take your arms back a little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands by your side. Inhale, take them up. Swap. So now from right hip to right heel, down. From right hip up and over. Spread your fingers. Yep. Head and throat back. Arms back a little more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, the arms up. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. So reach out of the heel. And then I'm high on my fingertips or my blocks, right, wherever I need to be to keep that spine nice and straight. Arms are plugged in. They're not extended out, right? We're hugged in. And start working the power in the legs. Start pushing down. Start hugging in. So pushing that front heel down and pulling it back. Pushing the ball of that right foot down and pulling it forward. Squaring that right hip forward. Slide in the back of your neck towards the ceiling so the head doesn't hang. One more breath. Keep the right hand down, draw the left elbow back, take the twist. Spin your right bicep towards the front of the room so you feel that right shoulder root back. Now, as you reach back out of your heel, forward out of your knee, forward out of the crown of the head, maybe twist a little bit deeper, maybe even look up. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center, step forward. Keep the knees bent, reach the left leg back. Activate from your feet. So spread your toes. Work from your heel through the outside of the foot to the pinky toe mound. From the pinky toe mound wide to the center of the mat, to the push, so you push the big toe mound down. So you see that arch nice and alive here. Then as you reach back out of the heel, forward out of the knee, forward out of the crown of the head, even side to side. One more breath. The left hand's going to stay down. See, I got to turn this way. Bicep forward. That way I root the shoulder back. Then if I want to draw that right elbow back and reach up, I take the twist further. Keep breathing here. Power in the legs. Maybe even look up the arm. Play with the balance a little bit. Inhale, come back to center. Step forward. Swing the arms up. Big reach. Curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold, forward fold. So we're in the backs of the legs. Your block, if you're having that problem where your arms are pulling out of the sockets, use the block a little bit, right? And then as you lower down further, remember we said we want this to happen through that back line. So we're coming up the calves, up the hamstrings, up the spinal erectors. Then we're going to fold into the pose. So we want to engage all that. We look forward. We pull the heels. Well, you're pushing your heels down and sweeping them out. You're pulling your heels to your butt. As you drag your fingers back towards your toes, your spine's going to pull forward. And then we fold into the pose a little deeper. Yeah, nice, y'all. Keep the engagement. If you feel like you lost it, just inhale, look forward, recharge it all up, and then exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. Stay with your breath. Belly to spine. Especially in those cobras or popping back to that chaturanga. You really got to go belly in, sit bones to the backs of the knees. We'll meet back in downward dog. Take the right hand to the outside of the left calf or shin. Take the twist. Feel that twist through those side bodies. Keep pushing your left hand down and forward. Inhale, unwind. Swap side 2. Keep pushing down and forward. The more you get the weight back into your legs, the easier this is going to be. Inhale, unwind. If you're straightening those legs, make sure you're keeping that engagement. Working from sweeping the heels out to pulling the heels to your butt. Keep all that. Kneecaps to waist instead of kneecaps to the wall behind you. One more breath. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Inhale, come up. Virabhadrasana, 1 crescent. Keep this left hip coming forward. So squaring forward. Work from the legs. Work from the pelvic floor. Take it all the way up. Now maybe curl back under your shoulder blades. So to see the belly's coming in, that's keeping the low back safe. And as I'm curling back, it's under my shoulder blades, not in my lumbar spine. One more breath. Exhale the hands to the blocks. Flip them up nice and high. Square that left hip forward and down. Look forward. And then if you want to fold, fold. So we're in the hamstring from sit bone to the back of the knee, but we're in the front of the leg, right? The front of the shin here from the knee down to the foot. Be careful, hyperextension. Both legs are straight, which means there's a good challenge for that, right? Make sure there's a little micro bend. The action here would be pulling your left knee to your waist, not to the wall behind you, right? And your right knee would be pulling it towards your waist, not towards like where the floor and the wall meet behind you. One more breath. Inhale, look forward. Bend into that lead knee. Place the hands down. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Inhale, come up. Virabhadrasana, one crescent. See, the more I keep this thigh lifting up, the more I'm going to soften this thigh down so I find balance. Like you're squeezing a beach ball between your forearms. That's where we're going to curl back. Now we're lots of energy going up. Big opener in the front of that thigh. Big opener in the back of the hip here. And then exhale the hands to the blocks. Flip them up high. Straighten that left leg. Right hip forward and down. Look forward. And then fold to the inside of that left thigh. Spine nice and straight. Keep working little by little here. Don't lose pulling that heel back to you, though. That's going to be the magic here. That's how you're going to keep the muscle engaged on that front foot. One more breath. Look forward, bend into the lead knee. Place the hands down, step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Notice if your downward dog is starting to get a little bit easier. Maybe you get the weight back in the legs a little more. Maybe you can straighten the legs a little bit more. Feel those hamstrings starting to lengthen. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Spin the back heel. Come up, warrior two. Pull that belly button in. That's how we're going to come out of that forward lean. Then we can start working the sit bone down or sweeping the heel so the knee starts widening out. Bring that gaze right over your middle finger and settle into that pose. One more breath. Push the front leg straight. Square the toes towards that front toes towards the wall of the window and the door. Take the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold, wide-legged forward fold. Rip your arches together. Don't let those hips pop. Look forward. Fold down the middle. You can inhale, look forward, let that spine lengthen. You can exhale, fold into the pose. Stay strong. From your feet, up your legs, through that upper trunk. Even here, don't let your head hang. Keep the back of your neck engaged. And then fold a little bit deeper into the pose. One more breath. Inhale, look forward. Walk your hands towards that right foot. Spin the toes forward and the back heel up. Downward dog. Keep pushing those hands down and forward. Keep that weight working back here. It's hard to hold yourself up in your arms, right? That's why we got to get the friends in the game. The shoulders and the chest and the upper back. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. In the back heel. Come up, warrior two. See, this wants to happen. So I got back. Then that leans me forward, right? So now I got to pull that belly button in. and I start to come up. And there's a big, huge, like, stretch here, right? Huge as I bring my belly button in. Reach through the backhand a little bit. Don't let this knee collapse in. Start widening it out so it tracks that second toe. One more breath. Then push the front leg straight. Square the toes towards the brick wall. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Keep ripping your arches together so those hips don't go. And then inhale, look forward, and exhale, fold. Keep the micro bend in your knees. Stay with your breath. Keep those arms plugged in. They're going to try to come out of their sockets. Don't let them, especially as you're going deeper into the pose. One more breath. Inhale, look forward. Walk the hands towards that left foot. Spin the back heel up. Downward dog. Roll to the outside of the right foot. Stack the left foot on top or in front. Come to side plank. Now, when we're working side bodies, sometimes we're going to lift the hip up, that left hip up to the sky. Maybe take your left arm, bring it towards the front of the room like it's going over your head. Yeah, there's that side body. Breathe. Inhale, come back to center. Push back, downward dog. Take a breath. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Stack the right foot on top or in front. So see, here's my side plank. Now maybe I'm going to lift the hip up a little bit higher. And as I take that arm overhead, I get that big peel coming off the hip bone. Breathe. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Push back, downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Keep those shoulders on top of your hip crease. Your shoulders on top of your wrist crease. Keep pushing down. Nice, y'all. Pull those pelvic floors up. Pull the belly buttons in. Pull those shutters closed. Don't let any of those 3 points go. Reach back out of your heels. Reach forward out of the crown of your head. Breathe side to side. These look good. Keep those bellies in. Keep breathing. We're almost there. And when you're ready, exhale, lower your knees. Sit back on your heels. Take a little break. Grab a drink. Wipe your face. Go back to the breath, right? Full breath in, complete breath out. Whatever feels good to you. Child's pose. And then when you're ready, let's meet in hero's pose. The space between our knees will be different for everyone, but we'll all have the outsides of our shins parallel with the sides of the mat. Unsickle your feet, turn them out a little bit, and you'll notice your butt will get a little bit lower to the floor. If it doesn't touch, no problem. Put the blanket or the block underneath you. Take your right hand behind you, left to the outside of the thigh. Sit up tall. Keep the throat sliding back so it doesn't fall forward. Inhale, come back to center. Pause down the middle. Swap.
left to the outside, right hand to the outside of the thigh, or left behind you, right to the outside of the thigh. Maybe start to peek over that left shoulder a little bit. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Take the hands behind you. Pull your belly buttons in. Bring your pubic bone to the ceiling or your sit bones behind your knees. Yep. If you want to go further, you're more than welcome to. As soon as we get rid of this hip crease though, right, we've got this into extension. We've got this stretch going on. If you want to take it further, whatever feels good to you. Stay active though. So strong, flicking your toes, everybody. Flicking your toenails into the floor. Hugging your shins into the midline. Pulling your pelvic floor up. Pulling your belly button in. Pulling your shutters closed. One more breath. When you're ready, inhale, come up. All fours. And just reach one leg back, ball of the foot on the floor. Reach back out of the heel. Pull your bellies in. Forward out of the crown of the head. Exhale, lower down, swap. Lower down. Take a breath. Step back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Full breath in. Complete breath out. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Exhale, lower your back knee. Lizard into twisted monkey. So take your right foot towards the right edge of your mat. You could even turn the toes out a little bit. As you lower your forearms to the floor, make sure you don't drop that left hip. So my little trick I always show you is lower your right, the inside elbow first. And that will help. See, I could support with my left hand, right? I can keep it fingertips so I don't collapse into this hip. If you could bring both forearms down at the same time, go for it. If you feel like this is a little more challenging, though, go with the inside first. You want to get even fire or lift the back knee up. Keep ripping that front heel back to you so the knee can reach forward. Hug the knee in so it's not going to the outside of the foot. It's trying to track that second toe the best that you can. One more breath. If the back knee's up, lower it. Inhale, come up halfway. Bend that left knee, reach back with your right hand. Grab your ankle, your foot, or your strap. Walk your left hand forward. And take your left hand off your mat. Your fingers are going to be off your mat. And then walk it forward so the thumb is in line with your big toe. Now see my shoulder? It's got to go this way. Now I can lean back in it. Now I can start to twist. Then last, I can start to draw the heel to the sit bone. And keep breathing in the pose. Feel that there's a root down on the inhale, there's a hug in, there's a breathe forward. And on the exhale, twist into the pose a little more. Draw that heel towards the sit bone a little bit further. One more breath. Watch the buoying as you release. Inhale, come back to center. Wiggle that foot back in. Lift the back knee. Downward dog. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Lower the back knee. Take that left foot out towards the left edge of your mat. Turn the toes open. Pull together. So see, I don't want to collapse down. I want to pull so I'm lifting up.
And then the trick would be bring that left forearm down first. If you're going to lift the back knee, go ahead and lift it. Keep your chin from falling to the floor. So keep sliding the back of your neck towards the ceiling. This is a big opener here in this pose, all right? Huge. And this is where most of our low back, unless you have an injury to those vertebrae muscularly, most of your low back pain comes from your hip flexors. Lower down. Inhale, come up. It could come from adductors, right? Of course it can. Bend the knee. It could come from the hips in general, but traditionally, these are the culprits. Pull the back knee forward. Open the chest, so you go into the twist. Draw the heel to the sit bone. And that nice twist here through the spine and the obliques, right? Through those side bodies. Nice and tall from hip to armpit. So our twist is nice and efficient. And then watch the boing as you release. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hands, lift the back knee. Downward dog. Full breath in, complete breath out. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, pigeon. Right knee nice and wide, edge of your mat, left knee in line with your hip. There should be a space right here. That space is from you pushing down and hugging in. Right, that's where I get the lift. Then if you want to go for the fold, breathe up out of the waist, get tall, and then fold into the pose. Keep your chin from falling to the mat. So keep sliding the back of your neck forward. Couple more breaths. When you're ready, inhale, come up, place the hands, lift the hips, reach that right leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet, and then lower it down. Reach the left leg straight back, step it through, pigeon side two. Keep pushing down and hugging in. If you want to go for the fold, control it as you fold. And even here in pigeon, right, you feel this, not just in the back of the hip, but you feel it down the back of the leg as well. As the back of the neck is sliding to the ceiling, soften the chest towards the floor. Stay with your breath. When you're ready, inhale, come up, place the hands, lift the hips, reach that left, unwind that left leg, reach it back to where the ceiling and the wall meet, lower it down. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit, nice and tall. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. All right, grab your mats, find a spot on the wall, we'll go upside down. Nice, y'all. If you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back. Bend your knees, interlace your hands behind your thigh, reach your heel to the sky. You can take a bunch of breaths here, and you can swap into side too. If you're at home or in the studio, it's not your day to invert. You're always welcome to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you. Okay? Like I always do, I'll talk you into downward dog and L pose, but if you want to play with handstand, headstand, tripod, pincha, anything you want to mess with there, go for it. If you need another quad stretch, you go quad stretch up the leg up the wall, quad stretch up the wall. So if you're going to go on your own whenever you're ready, if you're going to stick with me, all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. You want to take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, come to short downward dog. Step one foot up the wall, and then the second foot up the wall. Nice, y'all. Awesome. Stay with your breath. Keep breathing, especially when you're upside down. It's easy to hold your breath. Keep breathing. Think about what we're doing here as we flip ourselves over. Think of the compression, right, that would happen lumbar into sacrum. We're flipping that. We're trying to decompress that. That's part of your inversion. About 30 seconds. Don't lose that core. That's pelvic floor, belly button, shutters. When you're ready, we'll meet on our backs. So think about what we talked about when we're going to meet in, we're going to do back bend, bridge, and wheel. So think about what's going to happen. If I pull my heels back to me, right, in my back bend, right, pulling this way is going to engage what? My hamstrings. My hamstrings are going to then do what? Pull to the backs of my knees, right? Which then my belly can do what? Draw to my spine. What does that do to my low back? It clears it, right? It makes it nice and open so that I can work underneath the shoulder blades. So if you take the block, right, and you put the block on your sacrum, you're going to feel that there is this support that you can now, see, I'm really doing this. If the block was there, I'm doing this. I'm lengthening belly in, sit bone, low back safe. So the block gives me a little bit of support so I can feel that if I'm not used to that engagement. So use the block if you want. Feel your heels to make sure your knees are on top of your ankles. Charge your legs up, belly to spine. So now it's pubic bone to the sky or sit bone to the backs of the knees as you slowly lift the hips. If you're staying in supported bridge, stay there. If you want to lift up into bridge, whatever feels good to you. But notice how you really got to work hard to keep the shutters closed, to keep the belly button in, and to keep the sit bones lengthening to the backs of the knees. But what the reward from that is the low back is nice and clear, so the back bend happens underneath the shoulder blades. One more breath. Stay engaged as you lower down. See if you get the sacrum to land flat. Take the feet wide, let the knees touch. One hand, let's go cactus or field goal so we get another shoulder opener here. We spent a lot of time in the legs today, so we'll just take this opportunity to work a little bit of shoulder, chest. Full breath in, complete breath out. And then inhale, open the knees, reset the feet. Now the first one I'll talk into bridge and then wheel. Now wheel ups the ante, especially because other muscles have to stretch, which tend to be shortened as the arms go up overhead, right? So what's going to be the weak point of the bridge? The middle. That's why you got to keep that low back nice and safe. All right, here we go. Charge the legs. Core, head and shoulders back. Lift the hips. You're going to go into wheel. Place your hands. Turn your hands out. Plug the shoulders back, push down and come up. The thing that helps the low back and helps the curve in general is if you lift your heels up. It will lengthen that curve for you, more accessible. But I feel like I really got to work here to stay with my shutters and my belly button, my pelvic floor, and I got to keep lengthening those sit bones to the backs of my knees. Now I can reach the knees forward, and I can reach the upper palate of the mouth back. One more breath. Stay engaged as you lower down. Take the feet wide, let the knees touch. Hands to cactus or field goal. And then windshield wiper side to side. A little twist feels nice too. Balance both sides out. Come to neutral. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. That feels nice on that low back. You can make a couple circles here. Come to neutral. Lower your left foot with the knee bent to the floor. Left hand to the outside of the right foot. Kick the heel up to the sky. Keep the right hip down. Take the leg towards the left a little bit. TFL and IT band. Hip flexor on the outside of the hip. Now here, your strap would definitely be your friend, all right? Bend your knee, come back to center. Take your right hand with your two fingers between your toes or your strap. Sky. Now you're going to start to take the leg out to the right. Now your left leg can go straight out here, right, if you want. If you want to keep the knee bent, keep the knee bent. But as you take the leg out to the side, external rotation. So think the inner back edge towards the ceiling. See where you could take that leg out to the side. But keep that left shoulder rooted. One more breath. Bend the knee. Come back to center. Hug the left knee and give yourself that little hug. And then keeping the knee bent, right foot to the floor. Right hand to the outside of the left foot. Left heel to the ceiling. Left hip staying. Settles to the right just a little bit. It just crosses the midline. Same thing here. A little bit of external rotation. So that outer ribs. And then bend the knee, come back to center, release the foot. Left hand, the 2 fingers between the toes or to your strap. Kick the leg up to the ceiling first, so we're in the back of the leg again. Now we start to take the leg out to the side. If you want to extend that base leg, extend it. Nice, y'all. Couple more breaths. And then bend the knee, come back to center, release the foot, hug the knees in. Give yourself that little hug. Keep the right knee in, take the left leg out, bring the back of the thigh to the floor, roll towards the left hip for the twist. Right shoulder stays rooted. I mean, all twists work the spine and you feel it through the side body. This is one I feel like you feel through the side body big time here. With the one leg straight and the one knee bent. Inhale, come back to center. Hug the left knee in, take the right leg out. Roll towards that right hip. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Take both legs out straight. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a nice big stretch. Your chest, take those knees wide. Come to happy baby. Belly's in. Sacrum is flat. Knees are wide, wider than your shoulders. Then start to draw the knees towards your ears. If you want to go in the back of the legs one more time, reach the heels up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat, but you're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. For the low back, you could lift up the fleshiness of, lift up your butt and push the fleshiness towards your heels. Then you can reach the legs out, let the feet gently roll open. Bring the arms along the sides. Take the shoulders back. Let the open palm turn to the sky. Feel the body get heavy. Let your head rest back. Maybe let your eyes close. And allow the tongue to soften from the roof of the mouth. As the body gets heavy, the mind softens, it gets light, it turns back to the breath. And the heart opens. Each exhale clears and removes and makes space. And the inhale draws in something new, the change.
heart opens to receive the practice, gets ready to move the practice into the yoga of life. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feeling the breath as it washes over the body. Toes to the fingers, to the crown of the head, to your heart. Reawaken that better version of yourself. As the fingers, arms reach, moving away that feels good to you. Taking your time, moving slowly. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. Push your hands down. Come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of our hearts. One more time, to seal in our practice, our time together. The sound of Om. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Good to see everyone. You got any questions or something that feels weird, get me before you leave. I'll see you all this weekend. Or, wait, what's today? Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow, Saturday maybe. If not, I'll see you soon. Oh, thank you. I'll see you later. Thank you. Thanks, girl. Thanks, Onker.